The story of Ghislaine Maxwell does not begin in a courtroom in New York, nor on a private island in the Caribbean. It begins in the halls of Headington Hill Hall, a 53-room palatial estate in Oxford, England. Ghislaine was the youngest and favorite child of Robert Maxwell, a towering, terrifying media mogul and suspected double agent who ruled his family and his publishing empire with an iron fist. Growing up in the lap of extreme luxury, Ghislaine learned early on how to navigate the world of the global elite. She was her father's social ambassador, a role that would define her entire life. However, the Maxwell dynasty was built on a foundation of sand. In November 1991, everything changed when Robert Maxwell mysteriously vanished from his yacht, the Lady Ghislaine. His body was found floating in the Atlantic, and within days, his empire collapsed under the weight of massive fraud. Left with a tarnished name and a dwindling fortune, Ghislaine did not retreat. Instead, she crossed the Atlantic to New York City, carrying with her the one thing more valuable than money: her father's contact list of the world's most powerful people. It was in the high-stakes social circles of Manhattan that Ghislaine met Jeffrey Epstein, a man with a mysterious fortune and a desperate need for social legitimacy. Their partnership was a perfect, dark synergy. Ghislaine provided Epstein with the social keys to the kingdom, introducing him to royalty, presidents, and Nobel laureates. In return, Epstein provided the bottomless wealth that allowed Ghislaine to maintain her lifestyle as a global socialite. But behind the facade of charity galas and private jets, a sinister machinery was being constructed. Ghislaine was not just a companion, she was the architect. Witnesses and survivors describe her as the lady of the house, the one who groomed, recruited, and manipulated young women into a complex web of abuse. She used her charm, her gender, and her high-class status as a weapon, convincing victims that they were entering a world of opportunity, when in reality, they were being trapped in a sophisticated trafficking ring designed to serve the desires of Epstein and his powerful associates. For decades, Ghislaine Maxwell lived as a ghost in plain sight. She was a licensed helicopter pilot, a deep-sea diver, and a frequent guest at the world's most exclusive events. She even founded the Terra Mar Project, an ocean conservation nonprofit that critics now believe was a front used to seek diplomatic immunity or to gain access to international waters beyond the reach of law enforcement. Even after Epstein's first arrest in 2008, Ghislaine remained untouched. She was the untouchable queen, protected by a network of silence and the potential scandals she could unleash on the global elite. She moved between mansions in London, New York, and Paris, always one step ahead, always shielded by the high-profile names in Epstein's infamous Little Black Book. She was the gatekeeper of secrets that could topple governments, and for a long time, that made her more powerful than the law itself. The end began in August 2019, when Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his jail cell under circumstances that continue to fuel global conspiracy theories. With Epstein gone, the world's fury turned toward Ghislaine. She vanished instantly. For nearly a year, she was the target of one of the most intense international manhunts in history. While many speculated she was hiding in Israel, London, or on a remote island, the FBI finally tracked her to a secluded, million-dollar estate in New Hampshire ironically named Tucked Away. She had been living there under a fake name, shielded by a security team of former British Special Forces, and reportedly wrapping her phone in tinfoil to prevent tracking. Her fall from a 53-room mansion in Oxford to a 6 by 9-foot jail cell was complete. In December 2021, she was found guilty of sex trafficking, but the trial left the world with more questions than answers. Despite her conviction and 20-year sentence, the mystery of Ghislaine Maxwell is far from over. She remains a silent figure in a federal prison in Tallahassee, refusing to name the high-profile individuals who frequented Epstein's homes and private island. The hard drive seized from her hideout, and the details of her private logs remain partially shrouded in legal secrecy. Was she merely a victim of her father and Epstein, as her defense claimed? Or was she the ultimate puppet master who managed the most scandalous blackmail operation in history? As she serves her time, the shadow she cast over the world's elite remains. Ghislaine Maxwell didn't just participate in a crime. She engineered a world where the powerful could act without consequence, and her silence ensures that the full truth of the Epstein network may remain buried with her in the dark.